Hey everybody, we continue our Saponifico Varesino series for a Monday with Desert Vetiver and a Black Beauty. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome to Monday for those of you. My typical statement for those of you who are back to work and it's a blah Monday. Sorry about that. For me, it's my Saturday number 2. But it is Monday, so it's Barbara Aaron Day. Got to get all my stuff ready for the following week at the shop. I need to buy my lunches and buy some stuff for a very special edition of Drinks and Daves. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. we're doing a food challenge, so please come and join us. That's Drinks and Daves on YouTube, 6 p.m. Pacific. We'd love to have you there. We're getting closer to our 2,000 giveaway. We've got about 125, 126 to go, so please keep liking, subscribing if you like everything, and sharing. Make sure you ring that notification bell, and make sure that it's completely dark, black, because that way you'll be notified when anytime we do new content. Please also, if you would, please come and see us at the Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com. We'd appreciate that. And if you're into four-wheeling and rocks and stuff like that, come visit us at Rocks and Roads on YouTube as well. So the Desert Vetiver is one, and I apologize, I did not, before videoing, I did not get the notes for Desert Vetiver, so I'll put those down in the comment section. But it is pretty much a straight up vetiver. It's got some desert type of dirty scents in it, which is nice, and everything else, but it's, you know, typical SV, good stuff. Today we're going to be using a Gillette Black Beauty. I've probably taken the blade on this a little bit further than I normally do. That's a Persona Lab Blue, and it's starting to feel a little tuggy. I do need to change it, but with all the DEs I have, and mostly using straights, I have a tendency to let blades sit in the razor. Plus, yesterday I cut myself a little bit. For those of you who watched the video yesterday, I did a touchdown without having the blade moving because I'm stupid. And you'd think after all the shaves that I have that I would be careful of that. But I think that's part of the problem, and I mentioned it a little bit yesterday, is once you get so used to shaving with a straight razor that you have a tendency to become cocky and complacent. But you can't see it, but I caught myself pretty good. It didn't show much until later. But all that was a touchdown. I did not scrape through it. I just touched the blade to my skin. Don't do that, especially if you have a very sharp razor, which that one is. Yeah, this blade. I'll get a good shave out of this with 3 passes, but I can tell you right now, this blade is in the bin. The Desert Vetiver, again, is not one that you hear a lot about in video and in shaving vlogs and stuff like that. It was a special edition. They still have it, but it's a very deep, rich, bright scent, but it's very pungent. So those people that are not big vetiver fanatics, they probably wouldn't like it. But unlike most of the Saponifico Varesino scents, which are very heavily citrus based. This one stays much more potent through the shave. However, that being said, and maybe this is one of the reasons why it may be not so popular, is it's very linear. It's vetiver. I mean, there's other stuff in there, of course, but it's vetiver. Shaves very well. Yeah, I probably should have picked a different razor for today's shave, but I hadn't used this in a bit. I always set this razor similar to the Fat Boy, the Gillette Fat Boy, to 7. I've tried it on 9, just a little bit too aggressive, and anything below 7, I feel like I'm not even shaving. This razor, when I received it, was NOS in the box, or in the packaging, sealed. It was a good friend, Ed, over at the Shaving Cadre, had passed away, and wood pusher, Sam, had been in charge of kind of getting rid of some of the estate stuff, and to help out Ed's family, a bunch of us bought stuff from Ed. And I've got some other things as well, but I always think of him. He was such a great guy, and Sam was really good to get rid of most of the inventory, which had to be a little bit taxing on Sam as well. But anyhow, this razor stays out, because I've got a box full of DEs that I'll pull out every once in a while, and then I've got my Darwin, and then Blackland, the Tradari, the Osprey, the Blackbird, and the Vector out on the counter. And then I've got some Gillettes in a cup, some of the Super Speeds and stuff over there. So I don't pull those out very often, but this one stays out on the counter all the time. Because during the week, I don't always get a chance to complete a straight shave, so most of the times I'll grab a Vector or one of the other DEs, and that's the reason why I'm doing this today. I can tell already I'm going to have to do quite a bit of cleanup, I think. We'll see. But as I mentioned earlier with this soap, it stays very linear throughout the entire shave. You know, I know there's other fragrance notes in there, but the nuances of it is it stays pretty much vetiver the whole day. And that may be some reason why people don't gravitate to it, because I don't want to say it's a boring scent, because I love vetiver, but it's just plain vetiver to my nose. Okay, let's see how much cleanup we're going to need to do. Quite a bit. Yeah, this blade's toast. The first time I need to do some cleanup in multiple places. Which doesn't happen too often with a DE for me. What I can tell you, it's the blade. Yeah, I'll definitely have to bend this. But a fun razor to use and a good looking razor. Even a shave with a blade that's going off is still better than the goop and 5-bladed monstrosities that Gillette has gone to since Procter & Gamble purchased them. We'll let that percolate just a little bit. We'll get cleaned up. And yes, I am binning that blade. And usually when I bin a DE blade, I won't necessarily put the new blade back in it until I'm going to use the razor again. There's no point, and the razor stays a little bit cleaner. Okay, so for the razor today, again, we use the Gillette Super Adjustable Black Beauty in the gold. It's just a beautiful razor. I love it. The alum had 0 sting. Yeah, I would classify this shave as a DFS, which is rare for me, bordering on BBS. Definitely not dolphin smooth, but for Barber Aaron Day it'll do. For our witch hazel today, we are going to be using Thayer's Lemon. I find that lemon goes real well with vetiver. And out of all the lemon, because I know Dickinson's makes a lemon, Quinn's does not make a lemon specific, so Thayer's is definitely the best. Although I would have to say, from a citrusy, lemony statement, the Litzia Cubebe from CBL's is probably the best witch hazel that I've ever used. It's fantastic. Okay, we'll let that dry down and we'll go over all of our other stuff real quick. The brush we use today is a Saponifico Varesino manufactured brush, but it was a special edition we had done for the shaving cadre. It had never been done before. It's a beautiful, beautiful brush. There were some issues with some people's in the beginning, but most of those have been figured out. But with the gold on the Black Beauty today, I figured it was appropriate to use the olive wood shaving cadre Saponifico Varesino brush. It does have the High Mountain Manchurian White Badger knot on it, but if you notice real close, they actually manufactured the cap like they do with the SV brushes, but it says the shaving cadre. So we're very proud of this brush, and those that got it, I think like it. As I said, there was a couple of issues with it in the beginning, but as far as the glue on the knot. As far as the soap today, we used Desert Vetiver. And as I said, I'll post the fragrance links down in the thing. To me, it's straight up vetiver, but I'm sure there is more notes in there. For the aftershave, again, Desert Vetiver in the new Barber bottle, or what's become the norm. Now, in the aftershave, you do get the vetiver, but there's also another pungent note in there, and I'll have to put that because I don't even know what it is, but it's very pungent, but just absolutely wonderful. For the top today, we wanted something to kind of match the vetiver with a little bit of pungentness to it, so we are going with Yardley Gold Talc. Yeah, it's a perfect match for it. Because the thing is with Clubman is so neutral, and it's, you know, the perfect accompaniment to any EDP or EDT that you're going to use. Where with this is more scent specific, and this has got a nice, almost a vetiver. I know there's no vetiver in this, but it's got that nice vetiver flavor to it, so to speak. So it's really nice. Yardley talc is really good. And then I do not have the EDP for Desert Vetiver. So what I found, believe it or not, my wife found this years ago. They don't make it anymore. And she got it from her Mary Kay representative. And Mary Kay had a men's line, and they still do. That's very, very nice, surprisingly. But this is called Mary Kay Tribute. And this is a very, I would say woody, vetiver-esque. Just perfect for using with this this soap. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, kids, that's our shave for Barber Errand Day. We've only got about 2 or 3 more Saponifico Varesino sets to go through, and we're going to do one again tomorrow, and then we may finish up the following week. But again, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and that we're getting close to 2,000, so I can give away all that stuff, including the watch. So please make sure you, again, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share with your friends. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Hope you have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.